we are live, 7 o'clock, on time, and ready to get started. I'm super excited because me and David go way back. I'm talking middle school. So,
Elementary.
yeah, elementary actually. I'm sorry. Elementary, so even way back. So, I'm really excited to jump in with this interview, and we're gonna wait till a few viewers hop on with us both on Facebook and Instagram. So, as most of you know, I love to start my podcast off with a quote of the day. And today's quote of the day is: temporary failure becomes permanent defeat only when you say so. So I really enjoy that quote. I enjoy every quote. If you play back a few of these videos from previous episodes, I always feel like they resonate with me. But I think it's very fitting for someone like David.
You say temporary failure, what?
So temporary failure becomes permanent defeat only when you say so.
So it's not until you agree with it.
Exactly.
Oh.
So, as a boxer, you win some and you lose some. So I feel like, that's probably fitting. Because as...
Ain't no way, but I'm going to catch you next time.
Yeah, exactly.
Once I accept it, I'm going to catch you next time.
Exactly. So there's always a next time where you have an opportunity to, kill the game.
Yeah.
So that's actually what we're going to talk about today. So as you also know, I like to shout out Black-owned businesses, and I always let my guests take the lead on that. So David's going to shout out a few Black-owned businesses.
Oh, yeah. So I wrote a couple down. Shout out my man, Demir. He DJ. He DJ for 107.9.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah. We went to college together, and then he live in Cincinnati, but he actually drive up here, like back and forth.
Okay.
Like, if you need like
That's
events
easy
or anything
drive.
like that, like 3.5.
Yeah, 3.5.
Yeah, I got
You're driving fast, yes.
shout out, Virgil.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
shout out Virgil. He lawn care. He tint windows now too.
Oh, that's awesome. New
Yeah,
service alert.
shout
New
out
service
Virgil.
alert.
And then my man John for his podcast. He also got two. Live Your Purpose.
Yes, which he actually will be on this month, so make sure y'all tap in for that. My good friend Mika here, she is going to put all of those social media handles in the comments so that you all can follow those awesome businesses. Now, as you can see, we have a different setup today. We at the crib today. Unfortunately, we cannot record at the studio, but catch us next week. So I hope you guys enjoy the new aesthetic, the temporary aesthetic rather. So let's get started, David. Let's jump in.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. So introduce yourself. Tell the people, give them like a 30-second, introduction about who you are.
All right. So
What you do.
my name David Rodriguez.
Okay.
26 years old. I've been boxing since I was 7. Boxing pretty much been everything. So, yeah. We got a gym on East Ave by the Thomas Circle. So,
Yeah, so we're going to tap in and see,
kids,
what he does.
adults,
Yes.
and women we train.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what are the age groups for the kids?
So
that can box?
so normally we start kids off at like 7, but like we take like push it down to like 5-year-olds because like some of them got the discipline to sit there and like try and learn, and then some of them they just can't sit still. So those are
Right.
the ones we can't really take serious till they get some type of-
Structure. Yeah.
yeah.
I get you. So, how long have you said you've been a boxer since you were 7, but how long have you been a boxer professionally?
2018 March.
Okay.
I think I made my debut March 23rd.
Okay.
I think
Alright.
I'm not sure.
You
Or
gotta-
24th. I'm not sure.
Okay. But it's been a minute though, because it's 2021, we're going on 2022, which is crazy to me. I feel
Yeah.
like we're flying through this entire year. And also August is catching up with us. We're about to be at the end of that soon, you know. So, you've been in the game for a really long time, but what roles do you take on being a leader in the community?
Hold myself responsible for everything I do inside and outside the gym. So, yeah.
Because you work with kids, so
Oh, yeah,
what does that look like?
I gotta be somebody that they can, you know, eventually they will want to be. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So like I gotta be on my p's and q's. You know that everybody's watching. Just do the right thing.
A role model.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, what does that look like outside of, training them in the boxing ring?
Well, some of my kids like that I even have at my school or that I train at the gym, like they play other sports, so I be just like trying to be there for them for like other sports and like let them know like, yo, if you need me, like you can always hit me up. They got my number.
Oh,
Some of them
nice.
follow me on social media, so stuff like that.
Okay, so you also have to watch what you post and
Yeah.
all that stuff because you are giving them access to, all of that.
They be trying to like add me on Snapchat, like I'm like,
Yeah, now it's getting a little
I don't do
too personal.
Snapchat, man. Y'all gotta chill. I don't do Snapchat.
That's funny. Kids are cute, but they are growing very fast.
Yeah.
They grown out here. So it is, I think it takes a lot to, be in that type of environment, to help kids though. It's very inspiring.
Keep you on your toes.
Yeah, exactly. They really do. So what would you say is your current motivation right now? Who is your current motivation?
Myself, just to be successful. Like, it's a lot of things that go on with, to be successful. You just gotta stay focused.
Exactly.
Yeah. Man. Can't get sidetracked or get lazy.
That's a good one. Gotta have that discipline too.
Yeah.
That's something that I struggle with, discipline. But, working on that.
We all struggle with
Yeah, we all go through it.
Yeah. But, as long as we are working on that, and trying to progress in some way, I think, it's worth it.
Yeah.
Sure.
I mean, we get there. Ain't nothing but time.
Yeah, absolutely.
I can't wait to get old, so I don't know.
You can't wait to get old?
Yeah.
Why do you say
I just
that?
want to chill. Listen.
You ready to
ready to
retire?
retire?
Vibe out, listen to music. You know what I'm saying? I called my retirement fund today, see how much I had in there. I'm like, oh, yeah.
Not yet. He said not yet. Gotta keep working. All right, we have a question?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I have Dia918 on Instagram.
Hey, Dia. Thanks for tapping in.
They are asking, can you speak about how boxing can help children when they are at a disadvantage? And also, what do you love about working at a school? It's a multi. And what can you bring to the children you influence?
Wow,
Man,
great questions.
How can boxing help with? I mean,
Yeah, to break
take
that
out
down.
frustration like at home or at school in the classroom. It'll give them some discipline. First thing, they'll learn some type of guide. They have some type of guidance. What was the second one?
What do you love about working at a school?
Just trying to help another human being be better. That's pretty much it. It's a cool environment to be in. I never thought I'd be in a school.
Yeah.
But,
Are you in like what grade level?
Elementary and middle school.
Oh, so you're early when they're just no filter, no nothing.
Nah, just straight raw content.
Yeah.
But it's great that you can, try to be that influence, in their life. So, what does being a leader mean to you?
Not allowing others who you associate yourself with get sidetracked. Yeah.
Gotta set them boundaries, man.
Yeah.
Boundaries are very important.
You lose some.
Otherwise,
You
exactly.
lose some along the way.
You win, and you also win some though. Good people come in.
You gotta hold other people to the same standard you hold yourself to.
Exactly. Absolutely, match that energy always, always. So, we have been in a pandemic. It sounds like we may be approaching a new one, the Delta variant, unfortunately. But I would like to ask, what new skill have you learned, during this crazy time? in everyone's lives?
None.
None.
Nah.
Not even like a new, boxing trick or skill
Nah.
or,
No.
you know.
The opposite.
the
I learned how to
opposite.
eat more. I learned how to play the game more. I learned how to manipulate time.
Okay.
Yeah.
So expand on that.
Like, just like, you know how people procrastinate? You just like manipulating time so where you don't have to procrastinate.
Mm.
So yeah, just being.
I mean,
better
but you
with
get
time.
it. But you get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get it done.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess
I
as
learned how to
long as you get it
multitask.
done.
I learned how to multitask. I was
Okay.
able to work from home.
That's a good thing.
Got you. Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Multitask.
I didn't really learn that though.
Yeah. If you
I just have
can.
more time to like mess around with music and then I mean that was really it.
Mhm.
I mean I was
So-
able to work out. Nobody else was able to work out.
Yeah, that's true because you
Yeah.
have your own
We have
gym.
our own gym, yeah.
Mhm.
So
That's
Very
good.
nice.
Go ahead. You got-
We have Sharby on Facebook.
Hey, mama.
She's asking, what do you attribute to you being able to focus at 7 when you started boxing?
oh, I didn't have no choice. I mean I didn't drive myself there, so like I was taken there to work out and I had to work out. When it was over with, I just
His dad ain't
went
play.
back. When it was over with, it was time to be a kid again.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from what I remember back in elementary, his whole family were athletes,
Really?
or did something, were athletic in some way. So great question, Mom. Thank you. So, what's your favorite quote to live by?
Man, this might sound crazy, but it's been in my head since I first heard it. I'm gonna sleep when I die. Stay busy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my dad always say that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Shout out to Pops. Yeah, no, that's a good one. Because I think we also have to learn to take time out for
Self-care.
ourselves too. Self-care.
I mean, that just come with just like doing what I want to do, like
Mhm.
just making my own decisions.
Right.
But like, I was, staying busy. Like my day started at like 7:45 today.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't over till what? When we done?
Yeah, 8 o'clock. I guess if this is the last
I
thing
would,
on your plate.
so I like substituted this for my workout, so I would be done working out at 8.
Okay, well, thank you for coming on. We're
Yeah.
interrupting your
Yeah.
workout, but I
And then
hope you're
before I
still
came
getting in.
Before I came here, I trained kids.
Oh,
And
see,
then before that, I was at work.
see, busy
Well, that's
man
every-
here.
that's every
Better
day.
get it done
That's every day.
every
Yeah.
day.
And then I play the game when I get home.
Yeah.
get yelled at.
See, that
You
may
get
be,
yelled at,
and that's
why?
your self-care.
Yeah, that's your moment to.
That's your.
Yeah, I
Sit
need it
back
every
and-
day.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
I wouldn't mind.
But wait, you get yelled at. What do you mean?
Yeah, my girl.
Oh, okay,
Get off the
yeah.
bed,
Now I
spend
get
time
that.
with me, Yeah.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
now
I've
it's
seen you
time
all
to spend
day.
time with her because
Yeah.
you've been gone. Yeah, so I get that. Okay, we got a question.
No. Expanding on what you were saying, like your day doesn't stop, and like no real time for self care. Do you think during the pandemic, when you didn't have a choice but to be at home, you started to, like you said, you ate more, you learned how to play the video game? Do you think that could be a form of self care that you just developed because you were at home?
No,
Only thing
that's
you could
just
do?
me having like a lot of extra time
Okay.
doing like I wouldn't say it's free time. Free time would probably be like sleeping, sleeping for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, sleep is good. You gotta get your rest.
I don't really take naps though, so
So when you sleep, you sleep.
not for
Yeah.
real. I'm a social early morning person.
Gotcha.
Like people would hate
Yeah,
being around me in the
7:45.
morning.
Me too, cause my body's programmed to wake up very early.
I told
No
you.
matter how late I go to bed the next, the previous day.
I wake up with the same energy I went to bed with.
Now that's a little different for me. But
Yeah.
I need that energy right there. That would be
Yeah.
lovely to have, for sure.
I wish I could do. I am not a morning person at all. Like it doesn't
Yeah,
matter
I-
what time I wake up. I'm always irritated.
Yeah, no, it depends on how late I go to bed. If I wake up, like in a okay mood. So, next question: who inspired your love for boxing and producing?
Boxing. I had to find it myself, really. I mean, my dad took me to the gym. He wasn't my coach for like the first like 4 years.
Mhm.
So yeah, I mean.
Yeah, because I
pretty
think
much,
you could get distracted too as a young kid to have, I don't know, a family member be your trainer.
That's a whole nother conversation.
Okay.
That's a whole nother conversation. But yeah, like myself, just being like having that feeling of like being a winner. You know what I'm saying? Getting to that point, like being able to compete at a higher level, and you see like the potential like you could have or that you have. You know, it's a good feeling. Like
Right.
being able to travel, fight other people from other states, like, and then being able to come back and then like, hey, like I won this. This
And
that.
putting on for your city because there's not a lot of.
Yeah, it ain't too many boxers now.
Pro boxers here, yeah.
It's
So.
I only know about you and
King Damon,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. He is that,
I know.
So shout out to him too. So y'all doing y'all thing, putting on for the city.
Jose
so what about-
too.
Jose, which is his
Azo.
brother.
Yeah,
Oh, your brother, okay.
Jose Rodriguez, tap in with him. He putting on.
It's
So
some,
how's he doing too?
He doing good.
Okay.
He working in boxing, y'all.
Yeah, good. Staying busy. Got a question?
Yep.
Okay.
I have Caitlin Renee on Instagram.
Hey,
She-
Caitlin, thanks for tapping in.
She wants to know, what is your mindset when you're getting ready for a fight?
Ooh, great question.
I don't talk to nobody.
Gotta get mine.
Yeah,
Do you have a favorite song you
Ooh, I was
listen
gonna
to?
ask that.
No.
No song? So you just sit in silence?
I mean, I listen to music, but
Oh.
it just don't really, whatever mood I'm in. Like sometimes I listen to something you don't even want to hear.
Yeah.
Like, or I go to some Spanish music, or I go to like some, I don't know, some Meek or something. I don't know.
Some loud
Yeah,
screaming.
some tunnel. Like, is it like a tunnel vision? Like when you
Whatever
come
it is,
in
it
there?
just need to be loud.
Yeah,
It gotta be
right.
loud.
Yeah.
Get you together.
I couldn't even like fathom how I would feel like getting ready to. I'm like, I'm about to go out here and fight somebody like intentionally. I'm about to go out here and fight them.
Yeah. That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
So, who inspired producing? You said we talked about boxing. What
Shoot,
about
me and my boy Stone, we used to make beats back in like freshman and sophomore year.
Okay.
Yeah, like we used to make beats at his house, or his house really. But I used to play the drums, like back in like 5th grade, like middle school and stuff, and always like an old soul. So definitely used to. I would say music, just being in a band. Yeah, I get my first drum set was pretty live. Yeah. Pretty live.
I remember those days too. You was nice.
You played
with
the trumpet?
drums. Yeah, we had.
Oh, you played the trumpet. I remember
Oh, y'all
you.
go all the way back, not the trumpet.
Yeah, the trumpet, and I even performed to get into Miller South. I think.
Really?
Yeah, I took a tour there. I don't think we
Yeah.
ended up going over there.
Yeah, I didn't end up going with it either, but
I used to want to go to that school so bad.
yeah, I think a few of us had talked about it, growing up. So, but I actually tried out and everything with the trumpet, and I had messed up a little bit, during it, but it was cool. So, what events do you plan to be a part of in the near future?
Oh, we trying to throw a show now. We gonna once we get everything finalized, we don't have a show in Akron, whether
what
it's amateur or professional.
Oh.
Yeah, that's
gonna be
it's in
fun.
the works. In the works.
So do you rap as well, or you just produce?
I don't rap no. I have a studio though, but I don't rap.
Okay. Nice. So you currently are taking on, clients, and how can they work with you? Like if they wanted to get a beat made or.
I'll just DM me,
know,
and I
okay.
just we'll work it out. But
Yeah, cause
Just socials.
he behind the scenes, but don't sleep. Cause I remember
I
I
mean,
tapped in with you a little bit, like, hey, can you school me, give me some game?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you ever
'cause I
go
was
through with that?
interested. I actually have downloaded a few.
They got it for a
the
Mac
stuff.
now.
I know. That's
Yeah,
what I'm
yeah.
saying. So tap in and maybe K on the beat real soon. You got a question?
Yes,
Okay.
I have two. On Instagram, I have _A Walker _
Hey Arkia, thanks for tapping in.
She wants to know what made you want to focus on working with the youth.
I don't know. It was random. Like I was doing some summer job for APS, and we was like doing like we was like moving like schools out to other schools. Like sometimes like so when Garfield closed, we had to move Garfield to Kenmore. So like we was doing that type of stuff, like just moving like desks and other stuff like that. And somebody, he was like, his name Terrence. He was like, man, you should do security with me. And I did like my training for security at Firestone. And then like, yo, they want you at I Promise, but you're not gonna be doing security. And that's how that came along. I just stepped in.
And that was the perfect spot.
Yeah.
Because, you know, brand new school opening up, and a lot of great kids are there, you know, to work with. So, way to get plugged in. That was
Right.
what's up.
Right place at the right time. It was meant
Definitely. So, what has been like the hardest part about being in the position that you are in as a boxer and as just, you know, a leader, a role model to the youth?
Shoot, as a boxer, being independent, that's been the toughest. Yeah, it's hard trying to get noticed, but at the same time, we've had like people reach out to us to sign contracts, but it wasn't like the right thing to do at the time.
Got you.
Yeah.
So what about now?
Just keep working for it. Yeah.
Okay.
Do you have like a contract or a situation like in your head that you would want to happen, or you just whatever comes?
You're just doing your thing until, you know, an opportunity falls in your lap.
I mean, the thing with that is like we can move how we want to move.
Yeah.
We don't gotta move when people
Somebody
want
else
us to.
to.
So like, you know. So.
Right. All right. So what's been the most rewarding about it?
Probably being able to do what we want to do, when we want to do. Being able to say no.
Right.
I would say that was, you know.
That's a good thing to have, though.
And that was for the boxing aspect. What about, you know, being a role model and a leader? You know, as far as what's been the hardest part about being in that position?
I wouldn't even say I went through anything hard. Probably just having patience with kids.
Yeah.
That's not really that hard though.
Yeah.
I mean, I got pretty disciplined, I feel like, to put up with a kid, a bad kid at that.
Okay. And do you feel like the energy is most times reciprocated, you know, with the kid, as far as if you're trying to steer them into the right direction? Are they
in a way, but they're
receptive
gonna
to
do
that?
what they want to do.
Yeah.
Because I'm not an administrator, so but that's
Right?
the
Yeah. Are
kids.
you just a kid, or you know, because they see us.
Sometimes
and
I wish
see
I
you
was a
young.
kid so I can like make a decision, so like be a leader in a way. You know what I'm saying? They can just follow. But that kids don't work like that no more. They don't move like that.
Right.
They gonna do their own thing regardless.
It's a different generation.
It really is. All right.
On Instagram, I have Ania. She's saying, "Do you want your kids to box as well?"
I don't really. I mean, my kid's probably gonna be in the gym, but I'm not gonna force them to box.
No pressure.
Because I see how parents and dads get and you see some crazy stuff, man. Like we'll be training the kid at the gym for months and hours and days of the week, and they just build a gym at home, and next thing you know, their dad the coach, but they don't know nothing about boxing, and they just tell them to do all the wrong things. So when we tell them to do something, they confused.
They think they know. Oh, okay.
And you telling a kid, when you coaching a kid from like different point of views at home, you telling the kid to do this, do that, and then we telling the kid to do something else. It's like the kid don't know what to do.
They don't trust the parent.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, another question.
Yeah. So we have is Desiree Vick on Facebook.
Hey, that's my aunt. Thanks for tapping in, Auntie.
She's asking, what's the hardest thing about being a boxer? The physical pain or the emotional pain after a loss?
Right here. I would say being a boxer, everything is right here.
I was thinking.
Getting in shape, losing weight is super easy. But like to be able to do that is all right here. You gotta be
disciplined.
Gotta be strong.
Different type of.
Yeah, you gotta be.
Because it's literally you guys are weighed and your weight is based on a lot.
I precisely remember like trying to make weight for a tournament, and I killed myself, and it wasn't enough, and I was like a pound and a half over. I had to run on a treadmill before the fight, an hour before the fight, and weigh in butt naked. just to make
Just
weight.
to make
That's
Just to make
crazy.
weight.
And then you got to go in and fight, what, 8 rounds, 3 minutes?
No. It was an amateur fight, so it was 3 rounds, 3 minutes. But them three
That's a lot still.
them 3 minutes is long.
Yeah. You in there fighting?
Yeah.
Man, wow, that's crazy.
I could. Did you ever wrestle?
No, my brother wrestled. I never wrestled. But he said wrestling was harder than boxing.
Yeah.
Really, that's interesting.
Yeah.
So, how would you say you would deal with difficult students?
Just try and talk to them, get to their mental thought process.
That's
I mean,
good.
If you can't do that, then you're in a good,
Position.
space.
Yeah, I like that. Yeah, because most times
Try
kids
not
just
to-
need to know how to don't know how to communicate their feelings. So.
Yeah, you can't like keep rewarding a kid for doing something that he's supposed to do. Like, yo, I got something for you if you stay in class all day. Like, nah, I don't do that.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, you're supposed to say class.
If I see you in the hallway and you looking for me, like, I don't want to see you.
Yeah.
Go back to class.
Right.
I had to kick a kid out of my class today. Like, hey man, you gotta leave.
Discipline, well, not discipline, but like setting those boundaries, like I mentioned earlier, and giving kids consequences, because sometimes they walk all over their parents, maybe at home, but think they can do that in school with other people, and it's just like,
And they
that's
know
not gonna work.
I can't do that with Mr. Rodriguez. He don't let me do that.
I mean, they know what's
Yeah.
up, cause kids act how they're not gonna act how they act at home in front of, at school compared to being at school. They not, cause we went to Cedar Point for our school on
Okay.
Tuesday.
Okay.
Man,
fine.
them kids that be being knuckleheads at school ran up to me. I'm like, you know you don't be like that, man. This my dad to the. Oh yeah, I've been wanting to meet him.
Yeah, let me chit chat.
You done did the wrong thing. You done introduced me to pops.
That's funny. That's nice that they that you guys do things like that though.
Yeah,
Kids
let's
need
take
that.
like 6 people with us.
Oh yeah.
Her staff member and family. I'm like, dang.
Well, why the heck wasn't I invited then, David?
I don't know.
Yeah, you hear this?
I invited
Whack.
my sister and my brother. And they invited their friend.
Oh, okay, got you. Well, at least y'all had a good time.
Yeah, I ain't even ride none.
Now you should have just gave me your ticket then. I would have went with them.
Oh.
Be
You
like,
ain't have to
what?
go.
Okay, we got a question.
Yeah, I have a couple. They're coming in.
Okay, thank y'all.
I have Sharby on Facebook.
Hey, Mom. again.
She wants to know, how do you handle conflicts or threats?
I don't take them serious at all. If a kid threatened me one day, I was like, all right. So he ended up being late for school one day, and I seen him walking in. So I just walked out. I was like, hey man, this is what your son told me. I don't know how you feel about it, if you support it or this and that, but this is what he was doing for him to say that. That was his reaction. And he was like, so we just sat there and talked, man. His dad was like, hey man, chill. And I ended up seeing his dad somewhere else, like 2 other places. And it was love. So I mean,
Okay,
I don't
that's
take
good.
kids serious at all.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
say it out of like anger,
Yeah.
but when you make that call to that parent, it's a whole different story.
It died.
Oh, you don't know who gonna pick up.
Just
Right.
tell your dad what you said,
Mhm.
because your dad probably my age, and I
Yeah.
probably know him,
Right.
and that happened a couple times.
Right.
I know your dad. Like,
Hey,
That's crazy.
Or your
'Cause
dad-
we are getting old, man. It's crazy.
well, like kids' parents, they usually like a little older than me, like early 30s, like 30, around 30, 30 is like
Yeah.
that age.
makes sense. Yeah.
So I also think too, like that question could be asked for boxing too, because when you're about to fight someone or there's a lot of promotion for the fight,
Mhm.
is there a lot of back and forth with your opponent?
I can't be serious about that.
Same, so you apply that same,
No,
energy?
it's completely different. Like, so this how they do face offs like this after you win.
Ooh,
We do face offs
yeah.
like this. We get this close. Like
Real
this.
close
Yeah,
for
I just be there
pictures.
smiling like, how you want me to get mad to fight you?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna do what I do.
Right, and you gonna see when I knock you out.
Tomorrow night. Don't worry about it.
Man, it's crazy. Like people really like get mad just to stand there and like try and fight somebody they already get paid to fight.
Right.
I can't.
Well, I think a lot of it is because it's the hype and the social media, the cameras.
Who
know.
knows what their team is saying to him
Yeah.
in the background?
So this is just, I know there's more questions, but since we're on the subject, sorta. So, you know how, they have set up boxing matches with social media influencers and
It's a joke.
legends. Okay, that
It's
is
for
what
money.
I want to.
It's disrespecting the sport, but it's
Oh
just
my gosh,
giving,
that
it's
is
just
my
giving
question.
It's giving the sport more exposure.
Mhm.
But it's disrespectful to
Yes.
the people who are in there every day, like working it. But
Me and my father talked about that, so
but
I knew I
we
had
can't
to ask
control
that.
that. We just gotta.
We can't, but come on, Lamar Odom, Jake Paul, like that whole. Come on. So I wanted to ask you about that, but it's clear we got the
It's
we
a
got the
joke.
same opinion. All right, you got some questions.
So I have a couple on Instagram.
Okay.
I have Caitlin Renee again. She's asking, what's your diet like while training?
Tuna, fish, some vegetables. I don't mind them, but I just don't really care for them.
Mhm.
What else? Oatmeal when I'm not being lazy. Bananas, a lot of bananas. I don't know why, but they got a lot of sugar, but they good for you, I guess. That's pretty much it. Salad.
Salad.
Real clean.
Yeah.
Okay.
A lot of water. My go-to is like juice or like small candies.
Yeah, I was gonna say, what's your?
Well, sometimes I replace a meal with candy, like, cause I be just going through it.
Some candy.
I'll take it. All right.
Dia918, she wants to know, how do you feel about your family being so involved as well?
Just good structure. Yeah, good support. Always good to have that.
Absolutely.
Especially when it's someone you close to.
And I feel like too, once they're involved in that way, they can relate to what it is you're going through a little bit more too.
Yeah.
So, good question. Thank you.
Yeah.
Anai, she wants to know, do you get nervous before a fight?
Nah, not really. I guess I can say I'm not nervous, but I probably be nervous though.
Yeah.
Anxious. I think anxiety is a form of being nervous.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah, in a way.
I have Leak ×3. Are you excited for your nephews to be boxing? Jaden and
Yeah,
Jordan?
my nephew's supposed to be having his first fight in Lorraine.
Oh, how old is he?
The 21st or the 28th, I don't know. But yeah,
That's
I
exciting.
think he 8. He have his first fight.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
That's exciting.
Yeah, Jaden too. Yeah.
So obviously you train them. Do you train them directly, or do you have another?
They train as a group with all the
Okay.
other kids.
Oh, okay, got you.
Yeah. The ones
Yeah,
that
so you get to
take it serious, we
Mhm.
separate them from the ones that just want to work out.
Got you.
Yeah.
Okay,
But they all
that's smart.
Yeah.
That's very smart.
Yeah, it's all together though.
I have Kylan Hood, 1. They said, what are some milestones you plan to reach long and short term in your career?
Shoot, short term, I want to fight one of these bums on TV.
Mm.
Got a
Long
specific
term?
bum?
Huh? Specific? There's people
You
I've
ain't
seen
gonna
on
no
TV.
name.
No, I mean I don't.
Name drop.
I
name
just
drop.
don't really know by name. Just like you see somebody on TV, like I could be him. Like,
I
why
was
is
just
he-
watching them.
Mm.
Like why is he on TV? But nah, not really hating though. Just like I feel like I could beat you. Long term, be successful. Like whether it's like me removing myself from competing and fighting, I just want to be successful with boxing. Expand the gym. That's a long term goal. More so a short term goal, but
Expand it how? Like
bigger,
bigger, okay.
bigger space so we can have our own shows and stuff out of.
Okay.
And then
Gotcha.
I would like to grab a belt, whether it's a smaller one or an interim or a world championship. Yeah, anything is
way.
possible.
It really
I haven't
is,
even
yeah.
got to my prime yet, so we still.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I would say like.
Still
Well on your way though.
I would say around like 29, 30.
Mhm.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what's up. I like it. I'm telling you, they coming. Leap
Nice.
×3 again. She wants to know, do you ever get tired when fighting? And I'm guessing Jordan asked that.
Oh, my nephew.
Mhm.
You always get tired that last round, but you gotta fight through it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when that mental toughness comes in.
Nah, you just gotta do it. Like, if you plant your feet, you just gonna get beat up and punched on. You just gotta
And if
do
that's
it.
not what you
move.
want, you gotta do it.
Yeah, you just gotta move. Yeah.
That's a good question.
Then I have one last one.
Okay.
Sharby on Facebook. What's your boxing record and what is your after fight routine?
Well, that's good. Those are good questions.
Oh, so I just go with my pro record because I have no clue what my amateur record is. My pro record is 5-0.
Period.
What do I do afterwards? It depends on the situation. Like my last fight, we just hopped on the road and drove back from Louisville back to Akron. I think I slept the whole way home.
Yeah, you gotta get your rest.
Yeah. But I had to wait. You gotta wait to sleep after a fight because you can't taking punches.
Oh, right. That makes sense.
Yeah. Or we'd go out or something like that, but nothing like crazy. Something small.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or I just chill.
So when is your next fight?
I don't know.
Well, I want to be at that next fight if
Yeah.
it's local.
Alright.
Because I know you have, well, if it's, 2 hours, that's fine too. But
I would love to
I
see a
know,
live boxing
8-hour
match.
trip. But I definitely want to pull up and see you fight because I don't think
Yeah.
I have yet.
I admire the sport of boxing.
Yeah.
No, I respect anybody that do it. I won't ever talk about nobody that
Yeah.
don't do boxing.
Was that all? Questions?
No, well, we just got a couple more.
Okay.
I have Dia918. She's wants to know, has a body shot ever affected you?
Oh yeah, it affect everybody.
Mm.
It take all your stamina and your power out of you, especially if you get hit in the right spot.
Yeah. Every time I turn my head, I got another one. Anai, she wants to know, have you ever lost a fight? If so, what was your thoughts after?
You always think you win a fight, but if I have lost a fight, I've accepted it. If I really lost it, but you can't really, you can't control what the judges see, because they all, so it's a judge on each side of the ring, 1, 2, 3, 4, and they all got different angles of like the fight. So if they saying this and that, then I mean,
That's what you gotta go with, yeah.
you gotta suck it up and be like But
That's
you
not
can't.
what I felt like.
You
I
can't.
did.
Maybe next time.
I don't think with amateur boxing you could go back and change a decision unless it was like something wrong with the gloves or hand wraps or something like that. I don't really know.
In pro, you can?
Yeah, you can. You can argue stuff like that.
Oh.
But they gotta go to like certain boards and they gotta do like an actual like a hearing for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I have Kylan Hood. They want to know, what is competition like between you and your brother, and how does he push you before a fight and while training?
That's a good question.
Man, I think we both push each other because if he helping me get ready for a fight, I'm going to try up one on him, and then he not going to let that happen. So it's just, we always neck and neck. Not so much like when we when we training, we always working on something different because we completely different fighters.
I was gonna ask
So
that.
like he don't really be doing like, he do strength training and stuff like that, but when I'm doing it, he more than likely ain't doing it. Or if we is doing the same stuff, we doing like lightweight, a lot of reps, or like
You
we
got
can't
different
really,
routines.
you can't really like, battle with each other like that. But when we in the ring, oh yeah, it's we got to get everybody out the gym. No, for real. We gotta spar like just us. Yeah, can't nobody be in the gym.
That might be a show in itself too. I might want to come.
Prop a camera up or
We
something.
almost in the same weight class for real. I gotta lose.
Well, you said, hold
Oh,
on.
you might be able to see that.
Right.
Hey, that'd be
brothers.
yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen or heard of brothers fighting. I think I've known of like cousins ended up fighting each other in like tournaments because of like the draw, how it happens.
Yeah.
But I never seen like brothers fight though.
Hey, 1-on-1.
Nobody would ever pay enough to see that. They could pay enough to see that.
Maybe here in Akron.
Yeah.
Local.
You don't think so?
Let us know, guys, in the comments.
I
Come
think
on,
you
let
would.
us.
We
I
got
think
some
they
sparring.
would.
We got some sparring
You
footage
being
though.
humble.
We'll drop some sparring footage though, but that's about it.
Which is on the way, you know.
Nah, we ain't sparred in a couple months.
I don't know.
Since the beginning of June, like the first week of June. Yeah.
Gotcha. So, what advice would you give your younger self?
Stay focused. Save money.
That's always a good one.
That's it, really.
Save money.
Yeah.
Very simple.
Yeah.
Simple advice is always good advice sometimes.
That's it for real.
Alright. So, how do you balance your passion for producing and your love for boxing?
Man, I don't really get that much time to make music like I want to,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know. How do I balance? Just make it when I feel like it.
Mm-hmm.
Like
So, when was the last time you made a beat?
2 days ago.
Okay.
Tuesday.
That's recent. That's
Tuesday.
recent. So, was it in order you had, or did you have a
Nah, I
client?
just be making them.
Oh, okay.
Just-
Make them.
Yeah.
Practice makes perfect.
I miss what's his name from Detroit? I miss V's on Saturday, man. He was in Cleveland. I was trying to get somebody I know to tap in with him up there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so.
Can you complete a beat in like one day, or do you have to keep coming
Oh,
back?
And how long does
it
it
depends
take
on
you?
the beat. I mean, beats don't take that long to make.
Okay.
It's actually we can make a beat in like 20 minutes.
See, I gotta
Yeah.
get in my bag, man, with that.
There's so
So,
many different ways you can make a beat though. Like you can sample some, you can make your own stuff.
so, who would you say your top 5 artists right now? Top 5 favorite artists?
Man, listen. Dirk.
Let's go. Durkio, Smarkio.
Yeah. I like Currency. Dang. Man. I don't know. That's like go-to. I would say like, as a whole, I would say like old school music. I really wouldn't say nobody specific.
What era?
80s. Like, Rick James is my idol.
Really?
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Cameo is hard.
Yeah.
He
like
is so
Cameo.
player.
Mhm.
Like, it's crazy. But no, like,
I am also.
I like Larry June though. He a vibe for sure.
Now that's
Yeah.
where me and you we connect.
Yeah.
She love Larry June.
I love me some Larry June. Shout out to him. If y'all not hip, type in a song, and I swear you won't stop listening to him after.
I
that.
like Lil Papa too.
I'm not hip to him.
He'll go to, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not hip to him.
Lil Papa. I'm
Lil
not
Yeah,
gonna-
What's it sound like?
man. Kind of like, no cap. He number 1.
Oh, okay.
But Lil Papa, he like a mix between like a laid back, like super chill, like G Herbo. He ain't aggressive at all. I don't know, like he a mellow, like trap around.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Yeah.
I'm gonna check them out.
yeah, you are.
All right. We got another question.
Yes, I have Dia918 on Instagram. She's asking, how do you feel having your dad as your coach?
It's cool. Can't ask for nothing better. I wouldn't mind. So like, we've always had this conversation. Like, if there was somebody he could have coach us, he wouldn't mind like passing us on to them, and we already would know like the thought process behind that. But nah, I love it. We can work out randomly on a Sunday or a Saturday or whenever. Like, we was able to move some of our times around to evenings, like later in the evenings for training on Tuesdays and Thursdays recently. So, I mean, it's cool.
Okay.
But he critique everything. My hands would be right here. He'd be like, get your hands up. I'd be like, what? He'd be like, stop talking to me. I just be
But
like,
hey,
but no,
that's what got you here.
Right.
He always be like, I'm not trying to be a dad, I'm your coach. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause, like, people don't know that line between father and coach. Like, they be trying to be a father inside the gym, like, you can't do that.
Right.
So he always said
Tough
that.
love inside the gym.
Yeah, he's like, it ain't. I don't feel no type of way about it. But if I'm telling you to do something, do it because I'm your coach.
Right.
Don't think I'm trying to tell you to do something because I'm your dad.
Right. No, that's smart.
Yeah.
That's that boundary right there.
Yeah.
At least I like that he established that with you.
But no, that's always been like, we don't even gotta talk about it.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's understood.
him and my brother, like, they go over that conversation. But, you know.
Mhm. We got another one? Are we good?
No, you're good.
Okay. So, if you could have one celebrity over for dinner, who would you choose and why? That's just like a fun question.
One celebrity, dead or alive?
Mhm.
Ooh. Dang. That's a deep question.
We get deep on Tap In Thursdays.
Man, I honestly would probably say Rick James.
I knew
Okay.
that.
Yeah. That's your idol, so.
Yeah.
What
That's why I
about
don't
Rick
come-
James?
Man, his aura, he's like a music god.
Mm.
He played like every instrument at Motown.
He's very talented.
He wrote for so many musicians and bands, like it's crazy. His,
You inspire?
I don't know, I don't know, his music is like, you just listen to a bass line, just take everything else out with your ears, it's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who thinks of that?
Yeah, I've never really.
Like, he
just,
wrote for
like-
the Temptations.
Right.
Like, who know that?
I didn't know that. That's a
That's
fun
a
fact.
fun fact for today.
Yeah, the Temptations was his backup singers for his group. Yeah. That's
Wow,
why.
he
Oh,
is
Prince!
pretty
I
awesome.
would probably do Prince too.
Prince is
Yeah,
That's
Prince
like,
is
my box
very
name is
nice.
Prince, so
Right, makes
when
sense.
I had so that name came about when I was younger. I had like, you know how my hair was.
Mm-hmm.
They used to call me Prince. It's always my memories every year. Prince one album, he had like the same little curly little afro I had. He just standing like this with his shirt off, like with his chest out.
Yep.
I know it. I know.
I had to look.
Confused
Let me see.
talking about
My
it.
Say,
same.
please
I
pull a
posted this picture
up
on
if
my
you got a
birthday. It's
picture.
literally just like it was like
The
same picture.
Yep.
like my fourth
That's
grade
it.
picture.
That is it. That's the day
But
that I
I
know.
woke up on my birthday like a month ago, and my stepmom posted that picture. Like, she didn't post it trying to be funny. She's like, "Happy birthday, David!" Da, 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 like,
Mhm.
and then celebration emoji. I'm like, you didn't just wake up and then post this thinking like that you wasn't trying to be slick.
Yeah, you had a little something, a little pun in there.
Hey, the glow up was real
Man.
for all of us, man. Oh my gosh. Sheesh. So what would you say your producing style is like? You know how we love Larry June. I think he has a particular sound.
If I could make beats like his and like Cardo my
Cardo
favorite
on a
producer.
beat. Yes,
Cardo my
he's
favorite
awesome.
producer.
He's
Him,
awesome. Young Dolph be having some nice beats too. I'm not.
cool.
I like his. I love his beats. They be bumping in the car.
I like dang, producing, man. Kanye's
I was gonna say, what do you think
Oh,
about
yeah.
Kanye?
His beats are hard.
You excited
made-
for Donda?
I don't care for his new music really. I would, if I could, I would listen to his old music.
Ah, I'm not going.
Oh, OJZ is hard too.
Yeah, Jay-Z. Always hard. Always.
Jeez.
Okay. So where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years?
I see myself living near Akron, not in Akron. I see us with a bigger situation as far as being an athlete and being a coach and in the sport box. And I don't know like where I see myself. I mean, I would assume I'd still be at the school, but I'm not thinking about nothing else.
I think being a leader is in you. You know what I mean? Not it's who you are, or who you can be, but it's definitely in you. So do you have any tips for our audience as it relates to pursuing your passion despite what's already been laid out for you by society or just societal norms or just, you know, your parents, what they say is right and what they want you to do?
Tips, man, that's a general question.
I mean, or you
do
can
what you want to do, but keep it in like, I don't know, in a positive way. If I don't know, don't overthink things. Your thoughts probably gonna hold you back more than anybody else's opinion.
Man,
So
that fear.
just do it.
Just do it like Nike.
Yeah.
Just do it. You're very.
Be confident in what you do.
Yes, always.
No regrets.
Always.
No regrets.
No regrets.
No regrets.
Yeah, that's a good one. So can you tell people like what your typical pricing is for those boxing sessions, especially for themselves as adults, and then if they have any small children?
So anybody under 18 is $50,
Okay.
and then anything over that is $75 a month.
Okay.
And then our women's class is $5 drop-ins.
Okay. And are those unlimited sessions or
For
for
so
the
we have
membership?
times. We have kids is 4:30 to 5:30, and then adults are 5:30 to 7, and then women are 7:15 to 8 Mondays and Wednesdays. The adults and kids are Monday through Thursday.
Got you.
And then we
That's a
have
nice schedule.
weekends are packed with like personal training and stuff like that.
Got you. Okay. All right, we got a question?
Yes, on Facebook I have Brianna Rodriguez.
Hey, Brianna, thanks for tapping in.
She's asking, do you ever have a point in your life where you wanted to take a break from boxing?
I do that after every fight. I take like a week off. I mean,
because it takes a lot to get ready
it
for
feels
those.
like when you've been doing it for a long time, it don't feel right not being at the gym. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So if I have a fight, like I just fought, I haven't been training for a fight since I last fought, but I've been in the gym. Just being in the gym made me feel like I'm working out. But I can't like not. It don't feel right.
Got you.
Yeah.
Seeing you.
Literally, like when COVID first happened in March, I was just working out for like 30 minutes a day, like on my own, like just going there. Like I wouldn't even like. Normally, my workout would be close to 2 hours. If you include like all the running I do in the outside of the gym.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask, do you do a lot of running?
Yeah, definitely do a lot of running. No more than 5 miles a time. But yeah, definitely want to keep running a couple times a week.
Would you ever do like a marathon?
I do a 5K. A 5K is 3.2 miles. I wouldn't do nothing more than that.
Gotcha. Any more questions?
Nope. Not over here.
All right, guys. Well, thanks, David, for tapping in with me today.
Welcome.
And thanks
Thank you for
everybody.
having me.
Of course. And
Yeah.
thanks everyone for tapping in today. Make sure y'all tune in with us next week. We're gonna have a very special guest then. So tap in with us. See ya. So yeah, you did a good job.
Yeah.
Very chill,
We used
a lot
to
of questions.
for WZIP, we used to interview everybody, local guests. We had our own show.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember that.
Late
Cause you
night,
have a media degree,
yeah,
yeah.
communication. You
Yeah.
got communication too, right?
public relations.
Oh,
Yeah, which is it's the same, but that's
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, we did a little segment, late night local talent we used to